Welcome back to the Broken Tackle Podcast, the show where my 1 and 2 fantasy team tries to have a bounce back week. A lot of interesting, fun games that happened around the league this week. It was really either like a one score game or you got blown out of the water. And the Chiefs, they managed to bounce back against the Giants. They finally get their first win of the season. And honestly, a little bit of a surprise, the Lions beat the Ravens on Monday Night Football. A lot of games were decided by literally a field goal. And I believe, don't quote me on this, I haven't checked the actual stats, but I believe it was a new record for most block kicks in like a single day, right? Across the league.
I believe so.
There was a numerous, I think more than 7 blocked kicks across all the games on Sunday. Um, I know the Jets had a couple, Seahawks had one. I don't know if there was one in the Niners game, but the Cowboys and Bears, Packers, I believe had one.
Yep. Philly had two.
Philly. Uh, yeah, like I said, there was an absolute crap ton, and one of our fans of the teams here is not happy. Caleb, what do you got to say?
Say about what?
Well, you guys lost to the
Pack-
Browns.
The Packers lost.
It's just the NFL, man. You only can take it one game at a time.
Very, very heart-spoken words.
Browns are an
Um,
underrated team with a really good, probably top 3 defensive line in the entire NFL. So
I do enjoy Miles Garrett,
And they
but
had Mason Graham too, and he's a
that is
rookie.
true.
They did beef up that defensive line a little bit in the offseason. So
Any surprise takeaways, I guess, from this week? I think one major one for me is the Panthers shutting out the Falcons
yeah.
in absolutely insane fashion, 30-0. They benched Michael Penix at the end of the game, like in the fourth quarter, like 10 minutes left, and let Kirk Chains take the reins. But
I
still
yeah.
still no score to show.
I think a surprising one to me honestly would have to be the blowout for the Vikings with
Agreed.
Carson Wentz. I
that's the
mean,
one I was thinking of as well.
It wasn't like even like a huge crazy game for Wentz. He stepped in and did what he's supposed to do, but Vikings defense played absolutely out of their minds. I have no idea where that came from.
Isaiah Rodgers broke history that day with the interception that resulted to a pick six, which is one touchdown, had two fumble recoveries, a fumble or one fumble recovery, two forced fumbles, and he also scored on that fumble recovery. And that was all in the first half of that game.
For those of you that play fantasy with a defensive player, Isaiah Rodgers was your guy that week. I'm assuming. One of our guys in our league just had the Vikings defense itself, and I believe he put up like 32 points or something like that. So the Vikings just walloped the Bengals, absolutely creamed them. The Colts are 3-0. You kind of expected that, honestly. The Titans aren't the greatest team, and Cam Ward's still finding his footing. But I don't know, like part of me was skeptical because it's still Daniel Jones. However, right now he is, I want to say,
He's there's talks of
he's number
MVP Daniel
three.
Jones.
He's number 3 right now in offensive passing yards. I don't know why to be defensive. I don't know why I said offensive, but in passing yards. So
Um the Patriots with 5 turnovers due to ball security.
it's probably why
That
they
was
lost that
just
game.
it was a tough day. I think it's time for them to bench Ramondre Stevenson. He had I think 2 fumbles at the goal line.
It'd probably be a good idea
That
for them
game.
to start the running back that they took,
Rookie.
in the early second round. That you think that'd be a good idea, considering he had a great
Hmm.
preseason. But
I mean his first time touching the ball in an NFL game, he took it back to the house on a kick return.
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, Mike Vrabel is he likes his power backs. I don't know if Henderson necessarily a power back, but
I think he's that elusive back.
yeah, for sure.
I think the
Um,
Giants had
but then,
enough. They named Jackson
yeah,
Dart their starter earlier today, so I'm excited about that. I'm trying to get Austin to trade with me, but he keeps saying Russell Wilson has been playing out of his mind.
that
So
is not true.
trying,
He
but
had
I'm
one
trying to
good
give him
week.
C.J. Stroud here. But which,
Speaking of,
yeah, whatever. Um,
Well, he's got literally the entire Vikings team on his fantasy team,
I mean, I'm
and the
trying
rest of
to.
his bench is
I just
riddled
want
with.
everyone to understand this, that he has Adam Thielen starting on his fantasy team. So,
he also has Cam Akers starting, and he's projected 0.43
and
points.
I'm pretty sure Thielen is in his flex spot. So I was gonna give
Yeah,
him, I was gonna give him a massive haul to try to get Kyron Williams off his team and just revamp his whole team, but he just doesn't want to do it. So
Speaking of the Giants, I was scrolling through social media earlier. I don't know if our listeners have seen. Uh, God, I can't think of the movie right now. Adam Sandler, football.
Waterboy,
No, other one.
longest yard.
Yes, longest yard. You guys know the QB and the running back. Uh, in that final game, they said, "Yep, here's to the Giants comparison: Cam Scatterbo and Jackson Dart."
I
Pretty
mean,
much.
I guess you could say so. I've said this to somebody the other day. Cam Scatabo is like if Baker Mayfield were a running back, just his attitude and everything. And I personally love it. I love Baker. I love Cam, and it's fun to watch him run the football. Just lower your head and try to run through people.
You know, he reminds me too much of Peyton Hillis back in the day.
Peyton Hillis had one good season,
it's only
so
because he's white.
yeah, that too probably.
That's the only reason we
Yeah,
compare all these guys to each other, just because of their skin color.
That's
obviously,
making
no,
it sound not
no,
so not so honorable.
not trying to be racist at all,
Oh
but
goodness.
I mean,
That's why everyone was
um,
comparing him to Mike Allstott as well from
mm,
the Buccaneers, the fullback, way back when.
I didn't even hear that.
I didn't either.
Well, Mike Allstott action. It's a poll, not really. Um, so you kind of look at the way teams are starting to look. I know it's only been 3 weeks again, but now you have a pretty good gauge. The Colts, like I said, started. They're 3-0 now. Jonathan Taylor's playing out of his mind. Danny Dimes playing out of his mind somehow, and Giants still look like they're on the back burner for at least for now. We'll see what Jackson Dart does, but the Colts play the Rams this week, and I feel like this is going to be the actual true test for them. The reason they're 3-0 is they haven't played great teams, and
They did play
this
Denver. Week
true.
2.
Denver is also
PS2 was
1-2
hurt.
though.
Yeah,
That is true.
I think Denver is really not playing up to what I thought they were going to be.
Well, it
I think
doesn't
they
have.
just have to find their identity yet.
It's not the identity. It doesn't help that Sean Payton in his mind is, oh, let's throw it behind the line of scrimmage for the first 2 plays. Oh, that didn't work. Let's run it up the middle. Oh, we didn't get the first time. Let's punt. There is so many behind the line scrimmage like throws by Bo because that's what Sean Payton wants to do. That is just screwing up the Broncos at the end of the game. I mean, they could have beaten. I think they could have beaten the Chargers if it wasn't for that game plan. J.K. Dobbins can't. He's not a receiving back. Neither is R.J. Harvey.
Like, honestly, let Bo Nix do what you had Drew Brees doing in New Orleans, and let him sling the rock past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Drew Brees. I mean, I'm not saying Bo Nix is comparable to Drew Brees just yet, but just let the kid sling it. Let him be that guy that does that, and then you can hit them on the ground. Then you can hit them with the short stuff. Just make them
Well,
honest over the middle.
he's just trying to make him too much like the Saints with like Kamara and stuff. And I'm sorry, Kamara is Kamara, and there's nobody that's even close to him with what he can do out of the backfield receiving. There just isn't.
CMC, I beg to differ.
Yeah. Jameer Gibbs.
I'm gonna
Perhaps.
say yeah, but Kamara he just has more receiving yards than he does rushing yards every year, astronomically too.
He's never had 1,000-yard rushing season.
Exactly.
So,
CMC
yeah,
has, and so has Jameer, I believe.
yeah, just last year too. Um, Neither one of those running backs are obviously in the top 5 for rushing leaders at the moment either. You got Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, Travis Etienne, Derrick Henry, and Bijan. That rounds up your top 5.
Telling
And the
you,
gap between
I'm trying to trade Travis Etienne. No one wants a top 5 running back. I guess it's just crazy.
I
But
just don't have hope in Jacksonville.
anyway, yeah.
JT's got a 100-yard lead on the 5th place Bijan. So sorry, to be exact, 99. But even then, that's a lot. And I like the fact that running backs are still very vital for a little bit there. A couple years ago, it looked like this was gonna be a truly just gunslinging league, and I personally am for one liking the fact that you do some hard nosed football and you run that thing down the defense's throats. So
Fair enough.
here's a surprising stat too. League leader in sacks so far is Rashawn Gary.
Yes, sir.
A 2.5, right?
You'd think Micah Parsons, right? No. Rashawn Gary leads the league in sacks by 0.5, half a sack essentially. Myles Garrett is number 2 with 4, and Brian Burns and Byron Young from LA they also have 4. And just defensively in total, I don't know who's got the actual like best defense right now, according to.
I know there's speculation of Green Bay, LA, Chargers, LA
So
Rams.
I believe Green Bay is
yeah,
first for points allowed.
according to this, yeah, defensive leaders for yards in a game allowed is the Browns with 204. Then it goes Falcons, Packers, Niners, Rams. And like your sack leaders, there's 2 repeats or 3 repeats there. Yeah. Rams, Browns, and Packers lead the league in sacks. At least they're in the top 5. Turnover differential, the Colts and Jags and Steelers are all on top with 5 plus 5 in the turnover category. And that's a good thing. Like that's what's going to help you win games is a positive turnover differential. Like the more the more your offense has the ball, obviously the more points you're going to score, which makes it more likely for you to win the game.
In other
And
news, the sky is blue.
is it? I haven't even looked outside today. I'm just kidding. It's actually really gray and gloomy right now. But
Is it possibly too early to like speculate awards? I mean, Daniel Jones, comeback player of the year. Could you throw Jonathan Taylor in offensive player of the year?
yeah,
Maybe Emeka Egbuka, offensive rookie of the year.
yeah.
Give it to him now. MVP could go to 2 different QBs right now off the top of my head. Josh Allen, Justin Herbert.
J
Definitely
Herbo,
a little too early to be handing out awards, I would say.
the week 3
So
awards though, that would be who it is
it's a
for
long
sure.
season. We
It's a
still
very long
Oh
have
yeah.
14 more games to play.
I'm expecting Daniel Jones to be Daniel Jones here soon.
Hopefully.
I'm expecting it.
Imagine the Colts go undefeated, get to the playoffs.
It just
Choke.
couldn't happen. I mean,
it could.
the choke in the playoffs, yes, for sure. But an undefeated season would be the historical, probably. I mean,
Well, yeah, no doubt it'd be historical. The Dolphins are the only ones to ever do it.
I'm not saying like
And
just
win the Super
that in
Bowl.
that aspect either. Like, if the Colts did that with Daniel Jones, I think Brian Dable is fired from the Giants. It's the organization, not the. It wasn't him. It was the organization.
Oh well, you could say the same thing with McKinney left the Giants. Had he's having a crazy career right now in Green Bay. He was an interception leader last year. Go to Saquon, won a Super Bowl, Offensive Player of the Year, almost broke Terrell Davis's uh, season yards. I mean, I think it's just the Giants organization.
I didn't like Brian, not gonna lie, for the longest time. Ever since he became a head coach there in New York, but giving him a chance after chance after chance isn't working. And Daniel Jones seems to be having an okay season so far. I'd say you can't make Jackson Dart work, you're definitely on the hot seat. If not,
Yeah.
you are already.
Well, he
League
already
receiving
is. They're
yards
0-3,
are,
so
yeah, for sure. League receiving leaders. A couple guys in here that you'd expect. There's one that I really wouldn't, but it kind of makes sense. It goes Puka, JSN, Ricky Pearsall at number 3 in receiving leaders. That one to me is a surprise. But also, like I said, but like I said, it's also not though, just because they have nobody else out there to catch the football. He is the sole guy out there running routes. It seems like Malik Neighbors and Jamar Chase round out the top 5, but Jamar Chase, I mean, after this week, who knows? I feel like it's so hit or miss. He could boom or bust, really, for him with Jake Browning at QB.
Yeah, I could very much see it.
yeah, people who got the number 1 overall pick in fantasy are punching the air right now.
Yep. And I'm not gonna lie, like if for some reason, because I picked that too, if for some reason he didn't get picked, I was gonna take him. So I'm glad that I didn't. But Saquon isn't having the
Biggest
takeover
year
season
ever.
that we saw last year, so just yet, anyways. I mean, like Caleb said earlier, it's a very, very long season. But I'm hoping for just a little more, a little more. I want to see one of those long runs again. Those are fun to watch. You flip sides of the ball. 5 people are tied for interception leaders. Seattle's new cornerback from the Rams, Darion Kendrick, is one of them. Cam Bynum in Indy is one of them.
Yeah.
I do love what the Seahawks are doing so far. I don't love Sam Darnold yet. I'm just not yet sold on him. He's playing well enough to get us some wins, which is nice. Defense and special teams really helped against the Saints, and that's why it looked like BTA. But it's the Saints.
Yeah, the
And
Saints are going to
they're
be the biggest underdogs they've been, and I don't know how long it's been a long time though against the Bills this week.
mm-hmm. Is it too soon to say New Orleans Saints is on the clock? Because
Oh man,
them and the Giants, at least.
they're just never going to be good ever again.
Ever since Sean Payton left, really, ever since Drew Brees retired.
It's just
Ever since Drew
the management of the
Brees.
team is terrible. Always being over the cap every single year, getting penalties for that, getting picks taken away. I mean, it's what you gotta there needs to be change of ownership or something. The whole this whole Saints organization. But I don't mind it. I hate this. I don't like the Saints. I'm not a big fan of their fan base really. So I don't really care that they suck. But
I mean, you're paying, what is it, like $16 million to 34, 35-year-old Demario Davis every year. Like,
Something like that.
I guess he's fifth in tackle leaders right now, but you could move on. You could find other options.
they need to move on. They need to get capital for him because I don't know. There's just a
And
lot of
Cam
things
Jordan.
wrong with that team.
QB is a big thing for him.
Spencer Rattler's not getting it done. Tyler Shuck,
Yeah,
I know
he's
you
just
guys were
like
talking
it's just
about the
that.
Cowboys trading Dak to the Bengals. But what about the Saints trading for Dak instead? How about that one?
I could
I
absolutely see
would,
that.
but just it's the cap. I don't think they could with the cap.
That's true.
That too, but also the Saints aren't in position to like win games, I don't think. So like they just need a lot of help everywhere. So getting Dak, I mean, you might win a couple, but what would be the point of that? You might as well just see if you can get that first round or that first overall pick.
Speaking of a team that's ready to win, how about the Falcons again being just terrible? I mean,
Sounds
how do
like
you
the
not
Falcons.
put up a single point on offense when you have guys like Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Darnell Mooney, just an insane offensive skill group, and you can't put up a single point against the Panthers, who have been bottom of the league for however many years it's been.
And you don't have a horrible O line. I think you had a couple guys maybe banged up, but it's still a really good O line.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, uh, a nice rookie linebacker that's looking pretty good. Caden Ellis, that's looking pretty good.
And they have Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr.
They
Yeah,
did have a good game against Minnesota. Them two.
Yeah, they had a good game
So
against Minnesota, so
and their cornerback, I forgot his name.
but still, even in that game, they only scored 20 points.
Was that AJ Terrell? I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they only scored 20, and I don't think a touchdown came until the second half.
I think it was at the very end of the game, I believe.
So a lot of things to just sit there and look at in Atlanta too. But again, they're one of those. Yeah, they're NFC South along with the Saints. Like Panthers. I don't know what happened there. Maybe that I really don't know. I don't know how you shut out an Atlanta Falcons offense like that. Like Bijan's fifth in the league of rushing yards, but they didn't score a single point.
I don't know what
Feels
they're
good,
doing
Very
really.
absolutely.
good.
Um,
Very
Yeah,
good question.
you got a good take on that because yeah, that's you can't be letting that happen. And shutouts don't happen that often in the NFL. Truly,
no, they don't. You at least can get a field goal on the board.
right? I mean, I didn't watch the game.
Now,
Maybe they were in
I did
field goal range and
hear
made some dumb decisions, but
I heard that they did miss a couple kicks, but still,
mm,
I
they'll do
wasn't
it.
watching the
Young
game, but
Way, Young Way Koo's still out, I believe.
yeah,
He was actually released.
yeah,
Hmm?
he was released by the
He
Falcons.
was released.
Oh, wait. He's a good kicker.
I don't know
I
too many. I don't pay attention to the Falcons too much, but they did release him. I don't know why, but I assuming something to do with the injury.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, he was definitely a viable, like a good kicker in my eyes. I mean, put him up there with like Kami Fairbairn, but
Yeah.
huh, very interesting. What we got this week is a Thursday night matchup. my alma mater. I'm just kidding. My my Seattle Seahawks are taking on the Cardinals Thursday night in Arizona. Um, I'm excited. I got the Seahawks winning by a lot. Obviously, that's biased. No, it's going to be a close game. Unfortunately, Kyler Murray isn't bad. They lost James Conner, but Benson he isn't horrible.
I got him on my
So
fantasy team, so if anybody wants him.
I'm good. Thank you. Is this you're just using the podcast to shop all your players?
I mean, I got it. That's just what I'm doing.
Austin's gonna be watching this and shaking his head, going, "What the heck, guys?" He'll text a group chat halfway through. You watch. Finally, though,
Oh, yeah.
an overseas game, week 4, Vikings Steelers in Dublin. I don't even know how to like gauge that matchup. That could go every which way. I think the Vikings have Christian Darrisaw back, and I believe Harrison Smith. I believe he's coming back too for that game. And again, back to Thursday night, like Seahawks, we have, I believe Nick Immanwari is supposed to play, and Devin Witherspoon's supposed to play as well, which is good. It's a good sign. I didn't even know he was out last week, but I mean, like I said, I hadn't even seen anything about him. We're in the Midwest here, so I don't get the games unless it's prime time or if they're playing like the Packers or something. Excuse me. I like the Eagles Bucks matchup. That's going to be a fun one. If the Falcons can figure it out against the Commanders, that'd be cool. Like I said, the Colts have an actual chance to mess it up here against the Rams. It's in LA. Bears Raiders should be a good one. Honestly, Jags Niners is a good one. Browns Lions, like ton of good games. You got
Yeah,
Packers
those are
Cowboys on Sunday night.
pretty good slate. Micah's return to
Ravens
Dallas.
Chiefs right away. Yeah, that wasn't even. That's all the storyline is now. It wasn't even supposed to happen until that trade happened. So now everybody's talking about that matchup. Ravens and Chiefs. One of those guys is going to start the season 1-3. Please be the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Ravens looked like the number 1 team in the whole NFL against the Bills, and now they've dropped 2 straight. So
Yeah, but the last time they made,
and then drop
they
2
went.
straight.
or that's not what I meant. Sorry, they've lost 2 games, is what I mean.
Yeah. Yep.
They have a losing record.
I would say last time though that they started out like this, they did have a crazy crazy end of the season though. They had that first round bye. I believe that was the year that Lamar won his first MVP.
Mm,
That would have been
maybe.
with
I don't know if
Mark
they had a first
Ingram
round
still
bye
there.
that year. I think the Chiefs would have been better than them on that in that certain year, but it's possible. One of those teams is going to start off season 1-3. I'm happy about that. I don't have love for either one of those teams, especially the Chiefs. Sorry, Swifties. Doubleheader on Monday night. Nobody's going to be watching probably either game. Jets Dolphins at 6. Bengals Broncos at 7.
Yeah, not a very good slate for Monday night.
Not really. I do like Justin Fields. I probably tune into that game. But the Bengals and Bo Nix and what the Broncos are doing isn't great right now. So who really knows? Not really the most exciting part. I'm most excited obviously for Thursday, but it seems like the 12 o'clock and the 3 o'clock games are going to be where all the fun is had.
Oh, for sure.
How did
Yeah.
we do in our picks last week?
I have no idea.
I think
We all definitely. I mean, I took the Ravens.
I
for
took the
last night's
Ravens as
game, and
well.
then Thursday night's who played Thursday night?
Bills Dolphins was Thursday night.
Yeah, that
We
was an
I
easy
took
think we
one.
we all
know.
took Bills.
And then
Brayden took the Giants against the Chiefs.
yeah, I took the Chiefs. So
So we're 2-1. All of us, because I think he took the Lions, didn't you, Brayden?
I have to go back to the previous episodes to see what our record on the season is, but yeah,
Mhm.
2-1 for this week.
I think I took. Did I take? I might have taken the Lions on that. I think.
I can't remember. I want to say you took the Lions, but I'm not 100% on that.
I believe he took the Lions. So
Yeah, if you did, we're all 2-1 then. During week 3, week 1, I don't even remember what we all had because we didn't do our picks for week 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we all would have been correct except me.
yep.
Okay, because I had the Chiefs beating the Chargers, and I think you guys both had the Chargers winning that game. So yeah, that puts me in last place for the NFL picks. This week, who do you guys got for Thursday night?
I don't know. I'm gonna be completely honest. If
I'm gonna
Seattle
take
comes
the
out and
I'm gonna take the Cardinals in this one.
That's just because you hate the Seahawks. Oh my
I'd say
goodness.
Cardinals by
Get over 2015.
3, 28-25. Seattle has a chance to win at the end of the game, but throws an interception, and then the Cardinals kick a field goal.
That'd be the most Sam Darnold thing ever. Wait, so you're saying the game's tied at that point at 25? That's crazy.
It's just a prediction.
I'm gonna say Seahawks on top, obviously, but give me 13-14.
give me Seattle.
Low scoring.
I don't
Low
believe
scoring
in
affair.
the defenses of each team that much to
They
be able to score in a
they
game
come
like that.
back and they just do what they did last week and have a healthy Nick Emanori, and they just cream the Cardinals.
Crazy.
You guys,
It's predicting a
they
blowout.
cream the Cardinals. That's crazy. Okay, I don't know about that, Chief. I mean, Kyler Murray and his toddler run might prove too much for our defense. Do you guys want to consider Dublin Viking Steelers a prime time?
Nobody's gonna be awake.
It's true. I won't even. Actually, I'd probably be getting ready to go to work.
But I'll probably take the Steelers in that one.
I'm gonna
I'm
take the Steelers in
also
that one.
going to take the Steelers as well.
I
Let's
think
go to
this.
Sunday Night Football.
I'm not trying to even be biased, but I think this Vikings game against the Bengals is a complete fluke.
I
I
also
don't
agree.
think Wentz can go
There's no
and
way you can
compete
barely
against that.
get past the Bears and then lose to the Falcons, who just got dominated by the Panthers, and then blow out the Bengals. Something was going
None
on
of
with
that
the
makes
with the
sense.
Bengals. Yeah,
Absolutely none of that makes sense. Sunday night in Dallas, Packers coming to town. The reunion for Michael
I
Parsons.
think Green Bay takes it. They have no CD, so
Green Bay
George
does in
is
fact
George.
take it. What's your score, Brain? Okay.
21-13.
Okay. Interesting. 21-13.
They just can't come back on like they just can't score again. They just hold them. Brandon Aubrey knocks a couple field goals down, and they ball last, and McKinney picks it. End game.
I'm gonna say 17-9. No touchdowns from the Cowboys.
I'm gonna
Packers hold them.
say every time we go down to Jerry World, we always have an great offensive game for whatever reason. Being Matt LaFleur, I guess, just likes coaching there. So I'm gonna say, you
Maybe
know
when it
what?
was against McCarthy.
Maybe, yeah, but I'm confident in our. I know we just lost the Browns, but I'm very confident in our defense still. I mean, our defense didn't give up a touchdown until the fourth quarter on an extremely short field because of an interception. So, um, I think it's going to be a pretty lopsided game. But I don't know. I said that the Packers were going to lopside the Browns too. So it's kind of hard to tell. So I'm just gonna go safe here. I think I'm gonna pick Green Bay to win 27-10 against the Cowboys.
I like it. I like it a lot. Jets Dolphins Monday night.
Bruno. Oh, whoever loses is going to be 0-4, and I think the Jets could pull the most possible Jets thing and lose, and Dolphins will win it in a close game.
The Dolphins
Uh,
showed some fight against the Bills, so
That they did, but also the Jets only lost by a field goal to the Bucks.
that's true.
think Dolphins will win though 24-21. Jets can't move the ball down the field.
Hmm.
Just end up going for it on a fourth down and not getting it.
You know what? Give me a Justin Fields masterclass. Dolphins take it still, 31-28.
I think wouldn't this be a great time for our first overtime game this year. I think this one's hard because the Dolphins did play a good game against the Bills, and the Jets have played all their games pretty close. Um, and would have beat Tampa Bay if not for a blocked field goal, probably. So, um, oh wait, I didn't mean to say what I just said. By the way, I meant a Baker
Uh-huh.
Mayfield last 2 minute drive. Baker Mayfield, because for some reason he's really good at that. Um,
Got that swag. That Baker swag.
man, yeah, I really don't know who to pick here. I'll just go with the team though. I think that has better roster. I'll probably pick the Jets.
Mm.
I'll pick the Jets to win here 24-21,
In OT?
possibly overtime.
I'm just saying, you said first possible OT. We had an OT against the Giants and Cowboys earlier this year already.
Oh, that is right.
No, we did.
Well, primetime OT.
Prime time.
Okay.
Bengals Broncos getting a later slot.
Broncos. I'm
I'm
taking
gonna
Broncos all day.
I'm gonna say Broncos.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Broncos on this one too.
Bo
I think the
Nix figures it out. Bengals offense can't do it without Jay
I
Burr.
yeah. I just think the Broncos
And
are too good of a roster to lose again and be 1-3. So
mhm, mhm.
completely
give me
agree.
give me 24-14 Broncos up.
mm, give me 24-28 Broncos.
28-17. Broncos.
28-17. I like it a lot. Well, guys,
They
that's
go
gonna be
down.
all the time we have. What were you saying, Brain?
I didn't say Bengals just go down last drive. Just stat pad the kicker. Make it a little bit closer of a game.
Evan McPherson making it closer. But we're going to be closer to wrapping this one up. Thanks everybody so much for watching. You will be hearing probably from me about the Seahawks game Thursday night. So stay tuned to that. Go follow all the socials. Caleb always does a great job making sure he links all of those. Also, give him a round of applause. He's the one that makes all this possible, giving you guys the podcast here on YouTube, over on Spotify. And then we all kind of help out with the TikTok and Instagram. So thanks, everybody, for watching. This is the Broke Tackle Podcast. See you later.